Hello, I'm Derek Smalls, and you're watching, or listening, or both, to Rock Shop Live with Eric Broadbent. He's the Bent Broad.
You're watching Rock Shop Live, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Also brought to you by Idea Bench, makers of hot rod inspired pedal boards and pedal board accessories at ideabench.com. Microphones for Rock Shop Live are brought to you by Rode Microphones. Now here's your host from Ontario, Canada, guitarist Eric Broadbent.
Good evening, everyone, and a happy Wednesday to you all. Not so happy Wednesday with the topic at hand here, but it's nice to see you. Welcome to Rock Shop Live. And, I wasn't paying attention to the dates here the past few days. October is just where September was just like the other day, and have not been paying attention to the calendar, and all of a sudden it's October. I wasn't really even paying attention to what the day was today. And, I started noticing some things on social media. It's the anniversary of Eddie Van Halen's passing. And something very, very sad that we certainly don't want to celebrate. We celebrate the life of Eddie Van Halen. Maybe that's what we'll kind of do tonight. We'll reflect and remember him. I was going to do a different live stream tonight, just regular guitar jams. And then I was like, oh my goodness, it's October 6th. And it's a very, very somber day for a lot of us in the Van Halen community. And when we lost Eddie a year ago today, I did a live stream. I think it was just a couple nights after his passing. And it was very, very, very emotional. I remember playing some stuff, and I remember really choking up and downright crying, a few times. It was just a very, very difficult day. And I kind of, as maybe a lot of the Van Halen fans here will agree with this. Maybe you have a different story, and please feel free to share your stories all throughout the evening in the chat. I know you only get to say so much in one thing, but just continue talking and share your Van Halen stories and your love of Eddie Van Halen in the chat. But I prepared for this, like my whole adult guitar life as a guitarist. I always thought, the day's going to come, we lose all of our heroes. And, Eddie Van Halen wasn't immortal, even though we thought he was. And I kind of mentally prepared for that day. And maybe you can share with us in the chat how you found out. Everybody finds out a little differently. Obviously with social media, where, we know within seconds of things happening like that. But the way I found out, I was downstairs working. I work from home all the time. So I'm downstairs in my office. And my ex called me, and she called me up. She just says, Eric, like this, and just the voice. I knew right away it wasn't good. And there's something like, oh no, that she was saying something like that. And I come up the stairs, and I just walked into the bedroom, and she said, Eddie's gone. And I was like, what? And it didn't actually floor me for a second, because I was kind of in shock. Got the news that he had passed, and then I think it might have taken a half an hour or an hour, but maybe not even that long. I don't remember the time. It was gone. I had no concept of time. And then I was like, whoa. And then sure enough, confirming it, because there's a lot of hoaxes all the time. People are really mean sometimes. They play these hoaxes on people, right? And they say your celebrity's dead, and then you go check it. And TMZ is usually pretty accurate. I know I'm not a real fan of TMZ, but they are very accurate. And it was confirmed by them, confirmed by everybody, and then the whole world was like shocked. But there's just like a ripple across the entire planet. I mean, everybody loved Eddie Van Halen. Whether you were a fan of his or not, you certainly respected him and appreciated him. So it was very tough. So we are now a year away, and I've talked to some of my friends on Facebook today in some different comment threads. I've seen some people say, his passing has inspired them to play more. A couple of my guitar buddies, they haven't picked up a guitar since he passed. And I highly, highly suggest it. Eddie would also say, if he was still here today, he would say, with the loss of somebody, don't give up your instrument. Don't give up your passion. If anything, fuel it more. And I think what happened to me as a guitar player when he passed, I started to, I took a break, I think maybe for a couple of days. And then I did a deep dive on Eddie Van Halen. I started taking all of his music and putting it under a microscope. And some things, like Eruption, been chasing that solo forever. I'm never going to get the solo 100%. And I feel good about that, because that lets me know that it's Eddie Van Halen. If I can't get it, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that can get it very darn close. No one does it perfect. I mean, no one does it perfect. And Eddie doesn't even do it perfect. He did it great on the record, and that'll never be recreated. But long story short, I started to deep dive his music and under the microscope. And some things I thought I was doing horrible, I was actually doing okay. And some things I thought I was pretty good at, I realized I sucked at them. So I started taking things apart like Eruption. We'll go over that a little bit tonight. We'll have some fun. For the guitar players, it'll be fun. For the non-guitar players, you might find it interesting, might be boring. But we'll kind of show you how you can break down a little piece of such an iconic guitar solo, and it's almost like football plays. Or I could, maybe another terminology, maybe it might be like the combination of a ballet and a fast dance. There's so many little things in there. Last night I had a fun call with my good friend, family friend, Jeff Schroeder from Smashing Pumpkins. He's become a really good friend of the family, and we're doing a test call. He's going to be on my Helix Hour show, the return of that, this Saturday. So we were talking, and we had a good hour conversation, a lot of personal things about my life, and then also talking about Eddie Van Halen, how him and I both did the exact same thing, doing these deep dives on Eddie Van Halen. And he's studying Eruption, picking it apart note for note. And I know Jeff can probably, I haven't heard him play it. I'm sure he can play it really, really well, but we were talking about all the different little things. So tonight I'll give my best attempt at that later on. But I want to show you some of the really cool things you guitar players can take out of Eruption and put into so many different pieces of music. So in a second, I'm going to say hi to everybody. A few things I have. I don't really have a formulated itinerary. Like usually for my shows, as you know, they're very well scripted, and I follow an itinerary. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants tonight, but I do have an agenda, so to speak. I want to show you a slideshow. I want to show you a really cool book from our good friend Carlo Santin, who's here in the chat, fellow Canadian. Has a nice gift he gave me. He's a fellow photographer as well, fellow musician. I'll show you that. We'll play, I'm probably going to warm up with a couple of my songs, and then I'm going to try to very carefully, very gently touch on some Van Halen, play a few songs here for you tonight. And it's so funny, I shared this with a couple people today. I have a cut. You can't see it much. It's right here. And I'd love to be so manly right now and tell you that I cut my finger on my first finger of my fret hand, which is just like in the most painful position. See if I can show you. I'm trying to see it. You can't see it. It's there. It hurts so freaking bad, and it's this tiny. If I would have cut my finger off, it wouldn't have hurt as bad. And I'd like to say I heard it in a steel accident, or I was forging steel, or I got it caught under a car when I was lifting the back end of a car up. I cut it on a Dawn dish soap bottle. I'm not kidding you. A Dawn dish soap bottle. The bottle was old. It was old, and really, what's the word? Brittle, right? And I went to pick it up. I went to try to snap the top off because it was out. I was going to shake the last of it. Me being like, savvy and try to get the last bit of soap, shampoo, all that stuff, laundry soap. I cut my finger and I was like, oh, that hurts. And then I was trying to play guitar, and that's the finger for guitar. That's everything, right? That's the main deal. And every fret, every string feels like a needle going through my spine, but we can do it, right? So I'm going to suck it up. I put alcohol on it today, and then I put some coconut oil. Coconut oil is a cure for everything. Trust me, it is the be-all solution. Trust me on that one. All right, let's say hi to a bunch of people, and then let's get into some Van Halen, all right? So we got Andrea Nowak jumping in first and foremost. She was here for a couple weeks from Germany visiting. Nice to have you here, Andrea. And she showed me something earlier. Her, along with a lot of other people I'm seeing in the chat, we're seeing Lori and some of our other people that are members as well, too. You see a little icon beside them. So some of the, Andrea tonight had a little thing that popped up and said it was like, her 12-month anniversary of being a member. And I imagine some of the others are as well, too, because they all joined around the same time. And if you want to become a member of the channel, it's pretty cheap. There's a little button down below that says join. There's different perks you can have by doing that. And it does help support me here on the channel as well, too. But I'm not here to plug money tonight. I'm not trying to make money off of Eddie Van Halen. Never have, never will. I just wanted to mention that. It's nice for her that she got a 12-month recognition. I imagine the rest of you, Lori and everybody else, you all joined around the same time. So congratulations to all of you as you celebrate your 12-month milestone. Scott Roos, fellow Canadian, is here as well, too. I mentioned Lori, BZM McCoy. Let me see. Zach is here. I know I saw Jim Dale somewhere. Probably mention him in a moment. Carlo, I mentioned. Cher is here. Nice to see you, Cher. Thank you for joining. Very, very nice. Talking to you before the show and during the show. Awesome. Yeah, there's Jem. Awesome. Drew is here. Yeah, Drew says, I cried with you last year, Eric. Yeah, that was a tough one. I think I've got it together tonight, but that being said, I don't have a guitar in my hand yet. I've got a couple guitars, and right now, the reason why I don't have a guitar in my hand, they're fighting right now. I got the USA PV Wolfgang, and I've got the brand new 5150 series guitar, and they're having a conversation. You can't hear them, but they're fighting for my attention right now. And I hate to say it, But I think the PV Wolfgang's going to win tonight. I really think so, just because I need mojo tonight. I need everything to go well, and the Wolfgang's probably going to win just because it's been with me longer. And also, make sure those shoes don't catch on fire. Okay, it's a live candle. It's not a light. So if that catches on fire, let me know. Send me a share, text me, or somebody. Let me know. Let me know there's a fire, because I'm not going to be watching that. Let me see here. Who else we got in the chat? Eamon is here. Good to see you, buddy. Eamon's a member and one of our moderators as well, too. Thank you, buddy, for your support. Let me see here. Obituary Gaming. Yeah, cries every time hearing Van Halen. I know it's very tough, eh? It really is. Guitarman 45 is here. Dan Willite, nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you. James is here. Let me see who else we got. Les Bellin, nice to see you. All the regulars here. This is fantastic. Karina, David Morgan, Brad Guitar Miller, nice to see you, buddy. I'll try to work and pass you by for you tonight. We're not going to do just strictly Van Halen because I'm going to get back in a band soon, and I entertain the thought of doing a Van Halen tribute again. I'm just not going to do it. The pressure is, I've done it before. But the pressure to fill the shoes, try to get into the shoes of Eddie Van Halen, not fill the shoes, to even try to get into the shoes of a Van Halen tribute band is, more power to you. That's why I'm not going to do a lot of Van Halen anymore. You're judged automatically. And tonight, let's just take the judgment off the table. There's always somebody better than you. There's always somebody better than that person. So, if we screw up our licks, who cares where your level of talent is? If you're playing Eddie Van Halen's music and it's inspiring you to play your own music and write your own music, then you're already winning, right? So don't judge. I don't judge. Find somebody that's beneath your level and pick them up. Find something really good about what they've done, and don't give them false praise, because that's not good either. But find something good that they do and give them some praise for it, and encourage them and nurture and get those people to play more. And for those that don't know Van Halen's music, there are people. Lend them a CD or send them your Spotify playlist or whatever the case may be. Get them to listen to Van Halen, discover how good Eddie is. You'd be surprised what it can do for people. There's Paul Surra. Paul Surra is the voice of all of our shows. Fantastic voice. That sexy voice you hear in all of our shows. Thank you so very much for joining us. James, be real. Nice to see you. And Zach is here. I'm going to highlight down here at James. Yeah, the chat's going pretty good. I'm going to just highlight so I know where we are. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll do a bit of a slideshow here. And then, no, you know what we'll do? Let's grab a guitar, because I don't feel good unless I have a guitar in my hands, and I also have a Monster Energy in my hands right now, too. This is something I normally do not partake in, but I needed the energy tonight, and I'm already shaking already. I'm going to be probably tapping like this on the guitar. It's from the caffeine, but we're going to have a little sip of this. Maybe we'll play a song. We'll play some. I'll warm up with one of my songs just to warm up, okay? I have been doing a lot of practicing today. I don't know how that's going to help me. It's probably almost going to hurt me at this point. But I didn't want to flub the Van Halen too much for you tonight. And if I do, I really don't care. I know you don't care either. Garry Davlin is here as well, too. So we'll warm up with maybe one song here. Let's have a quick drink. Okay, and we'll switch over to a bigger screen. Junior drinks that stuff all the time. I don't know how I can do it. Here we go, another bigger screen. All right, so for this, I'm bringing out the 5150, the brand new 5150. I don't think this guitar is going to be making the cut tonight for the Van Halen stuff, just because, like I say, I need my mojo. I really need the mojo to work, and the Wolfgang, it's the guitar that's always been there for me through the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. It's had everything spilled on it, from sweat to beer to blood to probably other questionable things, all kinds of stuff like that. Okay. All right, so we'll start with one of my songs just to warm up, then we'll get some Van Halen going. All right, so we're going to play a song called Fly. Obviously, that's not Fly. Fingernails are getting away. And the action is very low. We love you, Eddie. snap my finger today on Dawn dish soap. You heard it here first. All right. Microphone off. have no idea how much it hurts to hold that chord when you have a cut on right there. Oh my goodness. All right, stop whining. Walk it off. Andrew, is good to see you, buddy. EVH fan is here as well too. TD1 Warrior, 1 year already, miss the king. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Yes. Okay, so I just needed to pick up a guitar to feel more comfortable because I'm feeling, as the evening goes on here, I'm getting a little bit more emotional. I'm trying to focus and keep my composure because last time I really lost it. And it's okay. If we do, no big deal. So I think what we'll do now, we'll jump back and forth around. I'm going to play a few of my songs, but I'm also going to play some Van Halen for you tonight. We're going to try to analyze Eruption a little bit and just kind of pick apart that solo, which is just like a magical ballet / fast dance / Formula One race car event. Eddie Van Halen, the way I described his playing, it's like if I talk about Formula One car, right? It'd be like you or I getting into a Formula One race car on a track, and we hop in the car and we hit the gas pedal, we crash into the wall, we die. It's just boom, crash, boom, because we can't control that power. Maybe you can. Maybe some of you are great race car drivers. I don't know. I drive a Camaro, but I know if I drove a Formula One car, I'd kill myself. Eddie Van Halen was that person that was at the brink of crashing and burning in a Formula One race car, but kept his composure. The crazy turns, just never knew where he was going to go. It sounded like his amplifier was going to blow up at any given moment, but he just had such control and finesse, whereas the average human being, mortal person on the planet, tries to do what he could do and just falls flat. And did it the whole time with a smile on his face. Like you look at, there was a quote, Vernon Reed shared something, something along the lines of, Eddie wasn't necessarily, and don't quote me on this, I don't want to misquote Vernon. Vernon is a previous guest on my show as well too, but something along the lines of not the world's greatest guitar player, and I mean technical, right? But, and he certainly is up there, Eddie, but he did it with such passion and smile. I mean, he made his talent even more so just because he made us also happy as he played, and it's just absolutely amazing what he did for music as a whole, for the industry, for musical instruments. There'll never be another person like him, an innovator like that. I mean, everything I'm holding in my hands, even though they might have Eddie's name on the guitar, if it didn't even have that name, everything you're seeing here is because of Eddie Van Halen. The whammy bars, the sometimes lack of tones or tone knobs, stuff like that. Just really the D-tuna. So many cool things, right? And the amplification, like we know, the pedals that we have today because of him. It goes on and on and on and on. Very, very nice. Let me see here. Give me the details. Eric's been a few years since I bugged your messenger and sending you guitar tracks I made. Recently made my music, more and more editing it. Good, fantastic, very, very nice. Nice to see some old familiar faces here as well too. Okay, so I think what we'll do, we're going to jump over to a slideshow, and then I'm going to show you a really cool book by my good friend Carlo Santin. He gave me as a gift, and he's a photographer like myself. So I'm going to show you a slideshow. This would be when Van Halen did 2 dates in Canada. They played in London, Ontario. I think it was on August 5th, and I think it was the 7th in Toronto or something like that. I was at both shows. Carlo, I believe, was as well too. Carlo shot the London show, I believe, and I shot the Toronto show, and I was shooting for Live Nation at the time, and that would be the last time Van Halen performed in Canada. It's so very, very sad. And I think that was my son Eric Jr.'s first concert as well too. I'm pretty sure we went down together as myself, him, and my buddy that was at the time head of Crime Stoppers. My business is one of my clients is the Chatham Kent Crime Stoppers. So we went down. It was nice. We were able to drive a little tiny bit faster on the highway. It was kind of nice. And the Camaro, that was very, very cool. So I shot a bunch of pictures. I've got a little bit of a musical soundtrack. I'm not overly worried about the copyright police tonight. So let's jump over and have a look at and listen to that, okay? And my microphone will be off. You won't even see me, I don't believe, which is sometimes a good thing. Here we go. Let's enjoy some memories of Eddie Van Halen smiling and having the greatest time around here in Ontario, Canada.
You're missed out from the show.
Yeah, that was the money shot there, the last one there. That one hit me right in the feels. Just before I took that shot, Eddie was just about to get a pick. You could see him. He's looking right at me. I was in the pit there taking photos. He was about ready to throw me a pick, and then he went right to a note, and he laughed. It was so funny. He had to be there. It was in a moment that I'll never forget. And yeah, he was looking right into the lens of my camera there. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was a nice little slideshow put together, and Carlo commented on the soundtrack that was from the original demos, Gene Simmons demos, House of Pain. One of my favorite versions actually is my favorite version of that song. I like it better than the 1984 album release. So now we're going to grab a book. So Carlo shot the London show. Try not to hit my guitar here. So this is, I'm trying to think, is this the front? I guess that'd be the front. So this is a really nice book he gave me, photo book. Van Halen, August 5th, 2015, London, Ontario, Canada. Photographs by Carlo Santin. I just hit my volume on my headphones. Give me 1 sec. Sorry. I really hate this. This is a gaming headset. It's actually for the Oculus. There we go. Holy cow, is that volume loud now? Ooh, I can probably bring that down just about 27 decibels. All right, so let's go through it the best we can here. So, Carlo, thank you for this. I really treasured it. It's in mint shape since you've given it to me as a gift. I want to get you to sign it next time I see you. So, some fantastic photos. Okay, and I know it's not going to do it justice here, but you get an idea. Okay, very nice photo book. See those? I mean, you really captured them. As a photographer myself, I say that you did a phenomenal job. I would be proud if these were my photos. I should have really put my guitar down. Let's try this. See if I can turn my guitar this way. I'll turn my whole body this way. How about that? There we go. And absolutely fantastic, Carlo. And I'm getting fingerprints on this, which I shouldn't be touching the way I am, but it's okay. Try to hold them at the bottom. Absolutely beautiful. Again, phenomenal. You never see Eddie not smiling. And then imagine what it's like too with his son on stage, right? I mean, playing all the guitars that we love. The EVH brand has a phenomenal arsenal of guitars now. I mean, it's a great collection of guitars. Very, very diverse. He's playing the little guitar as well. Little Wolfgang. Good one to Dave. That's a good shot. That's a really good couple shots here, Carlo. Look at that. Look at that smile. The two, Dave and Eddie there, right? That's just great. That's great. Look at that. Look at that. Phenomenal. I think that might be the last one. I think. Yes, it is. I got to be very careful because I'm starting to take the cover off. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to put it down here and then a nice shot on the back. Look at that. Try to get, there we go. Fantastic, Carlo. That's a great job, and that's a great gift. Thank you very much for that. I've treasured it. I've had that for a few years. You gave me that a few years ago, so I've kept it in really good shape. So fantastic. It's nice to share that with you as well, too. I think what we'll do is I think I might put this guitar down, and I'm going to grab the Wolfgang, because I'm going to attempt some Van Halen. The Wolfgang, I have to use the Wolfgang tonight. I need the mojo, so let's grab that guitar. Pardon me while I turn my back to you. I'm not trying to be rude. When you need the mojo, you go for the one that you know it speaks, right? This guitar speaks to me. Man, was it ever jealous too when I brought home the other guitar, the other 5150. This guitar didn't talk to me for days. I was like, how dare you? Okay, so we're going to jump over to one of my Helix presets. For those of you that don't know what I'm using for sound, I'm not using amplifiers. I'm using Line 6 Helix. That's what I only use these days. Been using that for the past few years. We're going to jump over to my Pasadena Proud preset. And speaking of Pasadena Proud, I'm very proud of this preset as well, too. I think, my personal opinion, but I'm not very biased because I made this. I think it really captures the sound. clubs, but I want to show you a couple things in that. And hopefully you like the tone. Hopefully you like the tone of that. I really do as well too. But this one lick right here, and I do this a lot now. I've taken this out of Eruption where he does this part where he goes. All right. So I like to play in the key of E a lot. So that's the same riff, okay? Let's try that in the key of E. Try in D. So have some fun with that. I like that a lot. It's a lot of fun. I do that all the time now, or in G. Fun stuff, right? Fun. Hey, there's AZ. All right, let's try this. We're going to throw some caution to the wind. I need a little bit more Monster. Is Monster a Red Bull Monster? I'm going to turn it to Cornholio pretty soon here. Beavis and Butthead. All right, here goes. And listen, I got the MXR flanger. I got the... Or you got, you know... All built into Helix. All it's programmed by. If you want to get this preset, you can get it. There's a link down below, but I'm not worried about that. We're not trying to pimp products tonight. Here we go. We're going to try some... Oh, that's a little bit out of tune. we definitely got the big old reverb on there, right? Getting an old plate reverb. And before I jump over to the last Van Halen song, maybe I'm going to jump over to another preset for a second, and I'm going to do some embellishments of some Van Halen stuff. Let me see here. So this is the preset I have here, part of my package. It's called VH Driving 55. Right? What's really cool too, we can jump over to that lets you do just about anything in the Hagar stuff. You know, we were doing this earlier, it would sound nice, so it's slightly distorted. Bring the volume back a little bit more. All right, there you go. All right, that was fun. A little bit of embellishment. Let's get rid of the octave. How'd you guys like that? That sound okay? All right, before we jump into the Van Halen song, I think we'll do this. We'll play one of mine just because I feel pumped right now. How about we do that? We use the same preset. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. Eddie does this. I love you, Eddie. I miss you. Miss you, brother. All right, here we go. What do we got? Let's run away together. Here we go. threw my D tuner completely out of whack. That's why I was fumbling. I was trying to find my D. So trying to tune on the fly. Got it. Okay, since we're down in D, we'll play another one, and we'll stay in D for another particular Van Halen song. I'm sure you'll recognize that one. We'll jump back to Pasadena Prop for that. So basically what's happening here tonight is I'm just letting Eddie Van Halen come through me and the inspiration that he's given me for all these years. The only other person that's inspired me more than Eddie Van Halen, and I'm sure even if Eddie was here today, he would be fine and accept this, would be my mother. And she's the only person who is inspired me more than Eddie Van Halen. So it's my mom, and then Eddie Van Halen, and then Ace Frehley. Let's do silence. Let's find silence. Here we go. Rock and roll. Godspeed. you so much, baby. Here we go. Here's one for you. Godspeed. I got ahead of myself on that one. 1 second. right, there we go. There's Dave. Thank you so very, very much. I think that's going to conclude the Van Halen that I have in my arsenal for this evening. So let's jump out to another preset. I'm going to play maybe 2 more songs for you, and we'll call it a night. It's been absolutely fantastic, remembering the greatest guitarist of all times, what he gave all of us, and he lives on within all of us. All of us Van Halen fans will keep the spirit alive forever and ever and ever. So we'll play a couple more songs here, and we'll say goodnight. And I'm really out of breath, and I've had way too much caffeine and probably enough sugar content for about 3 years, 3 lifetimes. I'm trying to find my preset called Helix Trifecta. Bear with me. I'm trying to find it very quickly. I don't want to make you guys and girls wait any longer than you have to. I'm close. I know it. I know we're close. And you know what? Come join us on Saturday, 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 Pacific. The Helix Hour returns, and my good friend Jeff Schroeder from the Smashing Pumpkins and Night Dreamer is back on the show to kick it off. Okay, here we go. Okay, we'll play a pretty one for you. There's Chris. Okay, here we go. Pass you by. Gotta love the dynamics too, right? Of the distorted, clean. Okay, so I'll play one last song before we're gonna say goodnight. So, if anything tonight, pick up your guitars. A lot of you were playing along with me. I saw some people in the chat saying that. Pick up your guitar and play. if you got bummed out and you didn't want to play guitar anymore after Eddie passed, he would want you to play. Trust me on that. Trust me. Play and play and play and play. Record yourself playing a lot and watch yourself back. Sometimes when you think you're doing something horrible, you're going to watch. You're going to say that was fantastic. And other things you might think you're doing good. You're not doing as good. You'll get to watch yourself and know what you're doing wrong, and also play clean a lot as well too. Like stuff like eruption, right? Practice that clean. See how horrible that sounds? Practice clean all the time. All right, I can't do that stuff. Nice to see you all tonight. We're going to wrap up with this one here. We're going to wrap up with Falls Silent. I just got to find it. Where is it? There, I see it. All right. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now, everyone. Go listen to some Van Halen. Crank your guitars. Go buy a guitar. Play guitar. Have fun. Keep the legacy of Eddie Van Halen alive. Eddie, we miss you. Wolfgang, Wolf, sincerest condolences to you losing something so great to you, losing your father. I've lost my father and my mother, so I know what it's like. My dad wasn't Eddie Van Halen, but I loved him very much as well too. And I felt very sorry for Wolf today. It's a year for him today, and it's a big part of him is gone. So all the best to you, Wolf, and to everybody out there in Van Halen land. All right, here's a song called Fall Silent, and we will see you Saturday, 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, right here over on the Helix Hour. We're back. Guitarist Jeff Schroeder from Smashing Pumpkins, Night Dreamer, and solo. And he's also on my son Eric Jr. on the artist named Rod's Bent. Jeff plays guitar on Junior's record as well too, so we'll be playing that song. It's a great guitar solo on that, and it sounds like they might be doing something in the future again as well too. So come on over and see. That's going to be a fun conversation, and we'll see you very soon right here on Music Your Network. Love you all. Thank you, everyone. Time for another shower. I think it's the third one of the day. We miss you, Eddie. We hope you all enjoyed this tribute to Eddie Van Halen. Sure, some of my music in there as well, too. But I can't play Van Halen all night long, so I'll mess it up. And I don't want to do any injustice to the greatest guitarist of all times. We love you, Eddie. I love everybody here in the chat. Thank you all so very, very much. And I really appreciate the support on this channel. It means a lot to me. I'm going to be a lot busier here on the channel now. We'll be running 3 solid shows a week. And it's been a blessing to connect with you guys and girls every week. And really, we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. We're just a hair around the corner. Tell your friends, if you're new here tonight, hit that subscribe button down below. And I promise to work just as hard to keep you as a subscriber as I did to get you. And sometimes I didn't even work hard to get you. You just stumbled across here and maybe hit the subscribe button. But I promise I'll keep you as a subscriber. I'll work really hard. I'll come and cut your grass. I'll do some dishes, whatever it takes. Love you guys all so much. And we'll see you right here, same time, dinner time. We'll be around. Check us out. Good night.